And we are back with Medieval 2 Total War. I am Pretentious Jack, and we are the Brits in our grand campaign, which is not going too bad, though we have had a slight hiccup in recent turns with the outbreak of the Black Death. And if you managed to catch the last episode, we've lost probably nearly to 100,000 people, both soldiers, generals. We've lost a lot to the Black Death. While it's not going to cripple us and we're not going to lose too much, I don't think it will take us a couple turns to just rebuild and get our bearings again. We are in the process of taking Bruges as well, back from Milan, which we managed to lose last turn as they just kind of swarmed us at Bruges, though looks like we might be under siege from Maria Bernardi, which would probably get through this army, to be honest, as it's being affected by the plague as well. But we press on, we continue to retrain our soldiers as best we can as the plague moves through. We're also losing about 9k a turn, as most of our settlements are not producing as well as they should. And hopefully when this plague rolls through, we will be able to move our finances in the right direction, because at the moment we'll be bankrupt in 2 turns, which is not good at all. And but we will quickly assault Bruges. I think we'll just get they've got 2 turns to survive, so we might just maintain, actually, so scratch that idea. And after all that, we will end the turn. Alright, here we go. We're going to be assaulted, and this is not good. What's he got? Pavis crossbowmen, and that's about it. Some cavalry militia, some spear militia. What else have they got? They've got more. Not a whole lot there. So, can we take that? That is the question. To be honest, I don't think we can. So what we will do, we'll just quickly withdraw. And they're going to assault us again. Right, so now they only have 1 supporting army. And now we have to take this fight. So, here we go. Hopefully we can pull something out, because it's going to be difficult. Alright, so we've been given a flat plain, though we could potentially use the trees to our advantage. Though we definitely need to use our cavalry to full effect, otherwise we will be crushed fairly severely. How do we play this? Alright, so this is what we will go with. We've got our ring of stakes with our longbowmen. Hopefully that will stop their cavalry to hopefully nullify them somewhat. And then we have our spear militia on the wings with our dismounted fielder knights and dismounted English knights in the center. Hopefully can do a fair bit of damage before we lose too many. And then we have our cavalry, which hopefully can flank and or rear charge the crossbowmen, because they will be our major problems at this particular fight. So let's start the battle and see what we got. Okay, so it appears the reinforcements come from over there, which is fine. I will just pull back our longbowmen behind the line, and we will bring up our spearmen to the wings proper, and put in our heavy infantry in the side. Now the main aim is to stop their cavalry. Good lord, that's a lot. And we will just push these guys back. So hopefully our longbowmen can do some work, but I'm not hopeful. Not looking at that at any rate. So let's see. So they are bringing in the Genoese crossbowmen early, so we could probably get a cheeky charge in straight away. So there's the cavalry militia, and they have their general's bodyguard at the back as well. So if we can get our knights in early, we should be fairly well off. So here we go. Bring in them as we continue to fire. That's good. Good rears. Fighting to the death already. That's excellent news. But we do need to get them out of there fairly rapidly. Like now. Right, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there, please. You will lose men, but that's okay. Get out, please. Come on, get out. That's good. Alright, so we've got lots of them routed already. Our mailed knights are routed as well, which is not ideal. But we will persevere as best as we can. We do have a lot of them on the run. Hopefully our mailed knights will come back. We should be able to get through these guys, maybe? Don't know how good cavalry and militia actually are. But we seem to be doing a bit of a job at the moment. As they bring in their general's bodyguard, hopefully he will do something stupid, like charge straight into the stakes. Which, you never know, he might. Just bring him around. Let's get them isolated. Don't need these guys running. Okay, so our knights are back. We will charge them into the rear again. It's not good. It's not going too bad. Got a long way to go yet. Hopefully our mailed knights will do a job over here. As we're not doing too badly. We need to get their general's bodyguard down fairly soon. But them fleeing that way is not the worst thing in the world as we bring them further in. Mailed knights are doing not too bad. Looks like oh no, charging in from the side's not good at all. As we continue to fire, I don't think we're gonna win this one. The reinforcements will be here shortly. Has not gone well, really. How do we fix this? They're wavering. They're steady. Okay, so our knights are running again. Hopefully, let's just start firing indiscriminately at their general. Okay, so our Captain Rufus is down. That's not the best thing that could have happened, to be honest. Come on, fire, fire, please, please, please. Get stuck in there. Just behind the line, behind the line, behind the line, behind the line. Come on. Running. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. That's beautiful. Okay, so we're running, not good. Where is the general? The general's all the way up there, that's not good. Looks like we're in total retreat. Killed 51%, so we didn't do too badly. We do have a few of them running as well. But I think that is about game over in my humble opinion. There you go. Go on, get his general down. I dare you. That'd be funny if we did that. We managed to just kill his general right at the end. But it doesn't appear we were going to, as we have units routing. Managed to kill 52%, lost 76%, so not ideal. But yeah, that's game. So average defeat. Yeah, thanks. So yeah, not good. Will we accept the ransom? Nope. So not a good start. So Frankfurt is besieged by a giant Hungarian army. Fabulous. That's great news. Best news I've had all day. Right, so we need to sort that out. So we're going to recruit some soldiers and we're going to head down with Richard Brown's army. Hopefully he can do a job down there. He's got some good soldiers, some good artillery. So we're still being affected by the Black Death, more to the north now than the south. London is no longer being affected, though the north of England is, as well as like Aarhus, Oslo, Helsinki, Stockholm. So it's starting to go away, but it's not going away quick enough, if you ask me. Alright, so now we need to get back on track with our armies and soldiers now that we are starting to make money, which is always good. And to be honest, we have to sort out this shit show in here. We've got to get rid of the Milanese as quick as possible. And we've got to sort the Hungarians out. Now that will be a challenge, as I feel like the Hungarians are one of the superpowers. And as are the Polish, to be honest, but they are our allies at the moment. Okay, so we've done about as much as we are able to in this turn, and next turn hopefully we can maybe lift the siege at Frankfurt and hopefully deal with Bruges as well. Bollocks. Frankfurt is going to be assaulted by what appears to be a large crossbow army yet again. They've got hussars, not too bad. 16 defense, 13 attack, so yeah, fairly powerful. They don't really have anything that scares me, other than just the obscene amount of Pavis crossbow militia. But like I said, we are severely under strength. The Black Death has done that to us. So we've got 852 men against 1600, and Frankfurt. If we have gun towers, we might be okay, but I'm not sure if Frankfurt does or does not. So here we go. I'm expecting another loss. Ah, good. The enemy has infiltrated our city and has opened the gates, I think. What do we have? We have ballista towers, not good enough. They are in the gates. This is not going to end well. Right, let's try and bring all of our spear militia in. We have managed to destroy the siege tower early, which is excellent news. We're just going to bring in all of our... What have we got up here? We've got yeoman archers up there. We've got longbowmen in there. Oh, they're attacking from multiple angles. This is like the perfect attack, to be honest. Where are... Alright, let's bring these archers into the center. We've got our trebuchets as well. Let's just head back over to this gate, see how we are going. Yeah, they're tearing through us fairly quickly. We are running already. This is not gone well. Right, let's hopefully we can stop them as they crowd into here. What have we got up here? We've got longbowmen up in there. Right, let's fire down into here. Hopefully we can get a few dead. But good lord, they're just coming in all of our gates. This is not good. We've got they're on the walls as well with their ladders. Alright, we've got spear militia coming in. Hopefully we can get them from the side as well. Alright, we got more fleeing soldiers. Not good. Just bring our spear militia back in. Alright, so our yeomen are running. That's not ideal. They've charged into our spear militia over there, which is an odd decision, it must be said. Ooh, this could be an opportunity. Let's fire in there with our trebuchets. Hopefully we can do some damage in there. Not going well at all. Kill 17%, which is not terrible. Don't know why it keeps stopping and starting the... Come on, fire. Yeah, so as we come to the end of this battle, it kind of never really got going, to be honest. We've managed to kill 33%, 34%, which is okay, not great, but we will just speed things up to the end as we lose the rest of our soldiers. And it looks like we are about to lose Frankfurt, though... delay as much as possible. Get them to move. Fire at will, lads. You brave few, you. Come on, boys. Get a few shots in. What? We managed to keep the center. That's quite funny. Let's just see if we can bring everybody in. And there we go. Clear defeat. We lost, so we have 11 men remaining. Fabulous. Alright, so we lost Frankfurt. Perfect. Not what we needed at this point. Okay, so the plague is starting to finally melt away. We're making 8 grand a turn, which is perfect. We can do a lot with that. Alrighty, so we are going to assault Frankfurt straight away with our army with Richard Brown, and here we go. Hopefully we can exact some vengeance on the Hungarians. Fingers crossed. They don't have too much in the way of close combat units other than the hussars, which we might be able to cheekily get away with our cannons. But enough waffle, let's get stuck in. Alrighty, so here we are back at Frankfurt. Don't quite know where they are going to set up, but I would imagine that's somewhere in front. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what they do. Okay, so they're starting in the middle, so we will just quickly bombard their gate down, and we will hold off with our mortars until they get a bit closer and we can actually get some shots in. And there we go, nice and quickly, the gate is down. Now we will use our bombards to take down their towers as well. No need to take any undue fire. We will just turn our mortars onto fire at will, and hopefully they will begin to fire as they come into range, which it looks like they are doing. Yep, our mortars are beginning to fire. Hopefully they can do some good damage. Well, we've made some solid breaches into their walls. Now, by the looks of it, they've got nothing but hussars behind the wall where we are breached. So what we're going to do is we're going to send in our mercenary spearmen and our Pavis crossbowmen to go deal with those. And we will bring in the rest of our heavy infantry in behind the wall, just in case anything comes within range. Now we will stop firing with our mortars for now, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so that we are through the gate, but we will just see if we can do some damage with our Pavis crossbowmen before we charge in. It doesn't look like they're moving any of their units, which is odd, it must be said. There they are, there's their entire army up that road, so interesting decision, but we will begin to fire with our Pavis crossbowmen. Alrighty, there we go, our crossbowmen are out of ammunition, so we will just send them back, and we will engage with our mercenary spearmen quickly. They should run pretty much instantly, and we'll bring the rest of our heavy infantry inside. Right, there they go, there they run. We'll just drop them back. No need to overextend ourselves just yet. Right, let's bring the rest of our army forward. We'll just bring our cavalry in as well. We'll bring our mortars up as well. See if we can get them involved. Get some valuable experience, perhaps. Alright, here we go. Looks like we have a fight on our hands. The rest of their army has decided to appear, finally. Alright, let's see if we can bring in our heavy infantry to flank, which is what I'm trying to do here. Just bring them across the side and we can attack all of them equally. Same with our knights from the other side. Just see if we can bring them round there. Looks like we will be able to get some flanking action sorted. That's a beautiful sight to see. Right, we'll use you lot to attack from the rear, and we use you three to attack there. You guys can jump into here. Our knights come in as well. There we go. Bringing a good number of them down fairly rapidly. Let's just see if we can get stuck in with our knights into their crossbows. They shouldn't be able to stand before us. There we go, that's what we want to see. Good stuff. We have been, I guess, attacked by, I don't know, oh no, that's the boundary of the square, I guess. So, I thought that was a unit that had attacked us from the rear. Mortars have come in. We could use them, actually. Just use them to fire at the back. Hopefully they can do some damage as well. Alright, there we go. We've got the timer going down now as well. But they shouldn't last too long. Who was that? That was their general, hopefully, not ours. I have a tendency to lose generals. But, yeah, we seem to be making solid ground into them. There we go. Let's just continue. Our mortars continue to fire, and cause them to run, so we will just stop firing shortly. Quickly, even. We will just bring everybody into this corner. See how many prisoners we can take. There we go, that's what we like to see. A good surge as we just speed things up. Yep, there we go, that's what we like to see. Good count of prisoners as we get stuck into them. Ooh, there we go. Good routing. Push, 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 push. 145 prisoners. Come on. How many can we get? There we go. And a good win. We don't need to continue the battle. We will capture them anyway. We only lost 168, which is sensational stuff. Another good win for our General Richard Brown. Right. So we have immediately responded by taking Frankfurt back, which is good. Very good indeed, to show our superiority. Plus we get a few florins, which is what we've been lacking recently. Right. I think we will repair, obviously, and what else can we do? Well, yeah, not a whole lot. Okay, so this is what we are also going to do to take back Bruges and maybe even take Reims if we are lucky. Is that we are going to use an army that we have in Caen with Arthur Kernock, or Kernock, depending on how you want to say that, but we have 3 sets of culverins plus a unit of mortars and many elite soldiers, so we will be taking them up to Bruges. That'll take 2 turns, so that'll happen relatively quickly. Okay, I think that will do us for the turn. I don't anticipate much else that needs doing, so we're heading up to Bruges. That's the main thing to take from this. Okay, so we need to stop our hostilities with Hungary. Hostilities that we didn't start, but I intend to finish at some point. Okay, so Antwerp has still got the plague, unfortunately. Great, thank you for that. Okay, so we continue to move towards Bruges. There's not much else going on, really. We've got our, I think it's our king in here. Yeah, we've got Walter Neville and King William heading to Hamburg. We're going to get an army going in Hamburg and Stettin. And I think we're going to tell the Pope to stick his cease hostilities measure up his arse as we head towards Hungary. I think we're strong enough pretty much to take the entire continent on. I'm not bothering with diplomacy anymore. Perhaps maybe only not attacking our allies until it's very much necessary to do so. We have plenty of targets with the Milanese and Hungary, obviously. And towards the south, we could probably head towards the Moors if we're feeling brave, but we do need to recuperate a bit, as the Spanish Peninsula probably took the brunt of the Black Death, or the Black Plague, depending on what you want to call it. But yeah, not much else going on really, so we will end the turn yet again. Okay, so here we go. We are going to attack Bruges, and I think this is the last thing we will do for this episode, is take back what is rightfully ours. Essentially, start moving in on the Milanese, and we're going to start at Bruges. Okay, so they don't have too much in the way of defences. Our culverins and mortar should do most of the work here, and let's get going. Alrighty, so here we are. We're going to take down most of their walls. Do they have cannon towers? I hope they certainly don't. It doesn't appear like they do. Just regular towers by the looks of it. They do have some fairly thick walls, but they will be no match for our cannons. Alright, so here we go. Let's use our culverins to take down the gates, take down the towers, and just, you know, make a nuisance. Here we go. Yep, one shot was all it took. That's fairly ridiculous. Okay, so their their tower is down. We're going to go to work on their towers. Excellent. So we've got most of their walls down now. Are we in range? That is the question. It looks like we are. Can we get some sneaky shots in? That's a good line of fire. Oh no! Don't! I don't need you to move. I just need you to shoot. Just shoot. That's all I need you to do. Come on. Load them up. Fire at the enemy. Ooh. Can't tell. What we will do is we will just move our mortar further forward. It does appear we're getting some shots in. Don't know how effective they are. Just turn their special ability off, make them a tad more accurate. Just bring in our mortar as well. Yep, we're definitely doing damage, killed 3%, which is delightful. Alright, well our cannons seem to have done a decent enough job, killing nearly 30%. Right, so we will just bring in our heavy infantry and, you know, finish the job. Alright, here we go, charging into their crossbow militia. They will get a few rounds on us, which is not ideal, as they will hurt us a fair amount, but we should be able to get through them with a fair amount of ease, hopefully. Though we are taking a fair amount of casualties here, which is never good. Let's just see if we can push through. Come on now. Push, push, push. Alright, so we've got through their first little line of crossbowmen. Now we're into their second line, and these guys should not stand too long. So we are losing, we've lost 11%, which is not ideal, to be perfectly fair. There they go. They are on the run. Oops, didn't mean to pause. Right, let's just line everybody up, and hopefully we can finish the job, hopefully. Alright, well, their general has decided to get involved, which is never a good thing for him, usually. Especially in my case, I always lose my generals, because I am fairly useless. Well, there's 7 of them left, which is... I say that, and there's just died. So, good, good, good. That's what we're after. Who died? Count Maria. Sounds like a lady. Probably is a lady. You never know. Alright, 3 of them. They should flee fairly rapidly now as we bring in the rest of our units. Just to, you know, bit of overkill. Nothing like a bit of overkill. Thank you guys for that. Let's just get them all into position. Well, we've surrounded them on all sides, like the well-oiled army that we are. I suppose we could bring our mortar up as well if we're really, really keen. But we're just going to fire with our longbowmen for as long as they let us, which not that long. So we will just finish the job. Here we go. Charge into the back of them with our cavalry. We could also use our yeoman archers just to take the square, which we will do. You've got to be joking. I always kill my general, always, without fail. It's the goddamn militia. We'll just charge repeatedly. Because we're not going to have them next mission. Because he died. Right, so good win. We'll take it. We've taken Bruges back, even if it is at the loss of our general, which is never good. But yeah, we'll definitely sack the settlement, and that brings our profit and our treasury back to a healthy standard. Right, so I think that's all we're going to do for this episode. We've gone long enough. I think in the next episode we will head south towards Dijon and Reims. We will give them a general that we should be able to do the job as we repair the city. You see, we did a bit of damage to Bruges, good lord. We will also be using our generals at Hamburg and Stettin to head towards Hungary, and then we might have to make some inroads into the Moors. Now, I'm not convinced about heading south into North Africa. It's large, there's a lot of space, it takes ages to get anywhere. Even if the rewards of the trade are really, really good, it's a tough one. It's a tough decision to make if you are going to go there. We could potentially head over to Russia, but I'm not convinced about that either. Same kind of problem. But I think Dijon and Reims are our next 2 targets, along with Staufen and Nuremberg. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, throw it a like, and if you've enjoyed it more than that, throw it a subscribe. I'd be very grateful. And until next time, have a good one.